Hello everybody and welcome back. In this tutorial we're going to do classes and class inheritance. So we're going to start off. I'm going to create a class here called school. Class school. Okay, so define and initialize. Define, initialize. INIT. Okay. Right, using self. I'm going to put name, and I'm going to put famous for. Self, name, famous for. Okay, so self dot name is equal to name. Okay, self dot famous for is equal to famous for. Okay. Right, I'm going to create something to print out the details here, a little function, call it details. Just do that there. Little function to print out the details. So let's put the print command underneath it. Print self. Oops. Oh dear, that shouldn't be there. It should be there. Self. That's more like it. Okay, I'm going to use the format here. Let's have a look. I'm going to say you are, first of all, self dot name. You are self dot name famous for. Okay, and we're going to do self dot famous for. So self dot famous for, and just close off these. Okay, that's the print. Okay, I'm going to create another class here, class teacher. Okay, and it's going to inherit from school. Right, define INIT, initialize, and I'm going to go self, name, famous for, okay. Underneath, we're going to do underneath there. It's going to be, let's have a look, 2, 3, 4. School dot 1, 2 INIT initialize. Self name famous for. Okay. Right, now we're going to do another class, create another class here. Class student. Okay. Inheriting from the school. Okay, define to initialize self name famous for. Okay. Okay. And really 1, 2, 3, 4. School. Dot init initialize, and we're going to go self name famous for. Okay, and the last class here we're going to do is class headmaster. And that's also going to inherit from school. Okay, so we're going to do define, initialize. Okay, just give my arm a bit of a break there. I'm holding my hands up, you see, to do the typing. Okay, so we're going to go self name and famous for. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So look, school. .init. Whoops, not wrong. To init. To, I'm gonna go self name and famous for. Okay, right, this is where we're going to call some of the stuff under here. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the teacher. So I'm going to say teacher 1 is equal to teacher. Okay, so let's have a look. We're going to say Mr. Ward. I'm going to say being a hard caner. Okay, Mr. Ward, famous for being a hard caner. Now we're going to print the details. Teacher 1 dot details. Okay. Right, I'm just going to save this. I'm just going to try and run it. Hopefully I've not made any typos or anything like that. So expected. Oh, okie dokie. Okay. Save again. Expected. Oh dear. I've missed them out, haven't I? This is why it's best just to debug your program as you go along. Normally, if I'm just writing this for myself, I'll just, as I write it, I'll just debug it. It makes it easier for me. Okay, so that's the first one. You are Mr. Ward, famous for being a hard caner. So everything's okay there. So I'm going to do the next one, which is going to be student. So I'm going to call it student 1 equal to student. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to call him Billy Bob. My cousin Billy Bob. Okay, what's he famous for? Being a duffer. Okay, so that's going to be student 1 dot details. Okay, let's save that and run it, see how it looks. Okay, here we go. You are Billy Bob, famous for being a duffer. Yes, very good. Okay, so we've got that, and now we're going to go on to the last one. Headmaster 1 is equal to headmaster. Okay, for the headmaster, I'm going to say Professor Prof Plum. Professor Plum. Oh, good old Professor Plum, eh? What's he famous for? Ah, yes. being a soak. Professor Plum, the old soak. Okay, let's have a look. Let's run this. Whoops, run. Oh dear, no, we're not going to run it because I've not put print details, have I? So it's going to be headmaster 1 dot details. Okay, and that will print out the details of good old Professor Plum. So here we go. There we go. Starting from the top, you are Mr. Ward, famous for being a hard caner. You are Billy Bob, famous for being a duffer. You are Professor Plum. Professor... Let's do that properly. Professor Plum. Professor Plum. Let's run it again. Okay. You are Professor Plum, famous for being a soak. Okay. So, there you go. Bob's your uncle and Fanny is your auntie. I hope you found that interesting and helpful. If you have done, then remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you in another video. Bye-bye.